Alright, y'all. I'm coming back with another beer review. Back to back beer review, I should say. So, good morning. Here in a few hours, I might go fishing. I think the worms I had are already probably dead. But, yeah, I've been fishing with me a 404 riding reel. Let's go to the beer review, shall we? I'll go live and I'll ramble on about a bunch of things. What am I about to beer review? We fell in love at a heartless place. We got Coors Banquet. Coming from the Rockies, water from the Rockies. With these little nub beers. I think they used to make them a long time ago like that. Let's pour it up, shall we? And it's still 12 ounces. Adolph Coors Company, Golden, Colorado. Adolph was the original brewer, I believe. Oh yeah, it says 1936 stubby bottle. I wasn't quite alive back then in that day, you know. Just saying. Nice cap. I like this cap. It says banquet. It's simple. Hey, it says something under there. A hard day's work deserves a beer. I want to dedicate this then to all of our military and all of our truckers that are keeping this country going and the world going. Specifically to the ones in the United States of America. So let's pour this up and I'll do a little read on it. Hope you ain't in no hurry because I'll probably take a while on this one unless y'all start complaining. In which I'll probably still do it. Pours a very pretty color. My phone's about to die. It's at 2%. So y'all may not get much information on this. Alright. Only the finest ingredients are used to brew Coors Banquet. That's been true since Adolph Coors brewed the first batch in 1873. All these years later, we wouldn't have it any other way. From the source. From the source. When it comes to brewing, water matters. Hey, and this is very true. Water matters on how your beer turns out. Where your water's sourced, how it's filtered, etc. It matters, I promise. I've heard this from several brewers. That's why ours comes from the Rockies. It starts high in the mountains and flows all the way down to the Golden Brewery, where it becomes Coors Banquet's beer. The place we call home. Up here, the snow covering the Rockies naturally melts and gathers minerals as it makes its way down the mountain. We take so much pride in the purity of our water that we keep a team of experts to make sure every drop is up to snuff before it's brewed into Coors Banquet. Well, thank you, Coors. A river with a history. We all like some history. History makes it all. It gives you a lot to look up to, you know. The Clear Creek watershed was once home base for sources of hopeful gold miners. It's been our home since Adolph Coors opened the brewery over 140 years ago and provides the only water we'll ever use to brew. And if y'all know anything about water coming out off the mountains, running over those rocks, it gives that distinctive taste of your water. And water matters a lot in your beer. Period. Even just water to drink. Our roots run deep. In 1936, Adolf Coors II received a gift of Moravian barley seeds that grow in what we now call the Czech Republic. Those seeds were planted in an employee's personal garden. See, I told you, every beer has its special stories. There is something special to be appreciated with every beer. Don't be a beer snob. It's history. History. Love it. To this day, all the barley we use can be linked to that original variety. Before I read on, look at the color. It has your typical adjunct lager color. The head dissipated quickly. I mean, it's very typical with your American lagers, your adjunct lagers. You know, you can see right through it, straw color. Nothing wrong with that. That's the way these beers were made to be. All the American lagers, they're made to be easily drunk, very clear. Go back years ago, they were made to be clear, easy to drink. And that's why they cut them with corn syrup, corn grits, rice. That way you don't get the bite of the barley as much. You know, for people that want an easier to drink beer. For me personally, I like the taste of barley. To this day, all of the barley we use can be linked to that original variety. Something in the air. Located in the foothills of the Rockies, the high country resembles the Moravia region of the Czech Republic. The elevation is similar, the days are warm, and the nights cool. This results in the perfect place to grow our barley. I'm at 2% on my battery. Let's see if we can finish reading, y'all. True to our values. Family has always been the foundation of what we do, and it always will be. We've been lucky enough to work with some of the finest families of barley growers for many generations. Character comes with time, and at time is a big aspect, be it with whiskey, bourbon, Kentucky straight bourbon, or even anything. Your brandy. The more you age a brandy in a barrel, brandy is another special thing. I've already made a review, but I don't know what happened to it, so I'm gonna have to review some of my brandies. But we ain't gonna get off subject this go around. Patience and persistence go hand in hand. Our strain of yeast has been in use for decades and contains a unique personality that helps provide that fruity aroma Coors Banquet has come to be known for. When I smell it, you could call it fruity, but I don't smell fruit. I smell corn. Nothing wrong with that though. Nothing wrong with corn. Even your big stouts, imperial stouts, and the small breweries, they use adjuncts. You know, you don't know it. I mean, or probably wouldn't call it that. They use different things other than barley, malt, and water and yeast and hops. So, anyways, I'm gonna read on. I probably should have waited on pouring this, but be all right, y'all. Hey, nobody does anything perfect. I gotta quit burping. Anna Coors recipe called for a greater addition of aromatic hops to bittering hops. Our subtle blend of Chinook, Hallertau, Hercules, and Taurus hops gives Coors Banquet just the perfect hint of bitterness to offset the malty sweetness. And that's what I say on a lot of my videos. Different hops, different malts, different water, everything has an importance to the final outcome of a beer. You can smell that this has its own unique smell. Just like with a lot of your other beers, Budweiser, they all have their distinctiveness. Now, in a general sense, yes, they are all, you could say they're almost the same, but that's just like you can say all Kentucky bourbons are the same. But to each of them, they have their distinctiveness, certain aspects that give off a different aroma, a different flavor. With this, you can pick up on the malted barley a little bit. Well, not as much. Okay, let me take that back a little bit. Let me give it a little swirl. You can get the hops. I will say the aromatic aspect of that review, or the re, it's there. You can smell the aromatic hops. You can get whatever adjunct they use. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm going to guess corn. Is it grits or is it corn syrup? I don't think it's corn syrup. Going by just the nose. Let's give it a taste. Lacey is going to make sure that this very stressful process runs as smoothly as possible for you. She's knowledgeable. She is all about the community. She's available all the time, and she wants to help you. I can't recommend her enough for all of your mortgage needs. Give her a call at 256-541-1025 or go to It's got a sweet flavor, a sweet cereal grain flavor. You taste the grains in it. I think this is corn. I believe. Maybe wrong, but I think this is corn. I will say this. The hops are not there on the tongue like it is with the aroma. I hope I don't get muted for this. Oh, jeez. The whole crowd's looking at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, Shorty got low, 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 low. Gave that big booty a smack. She hit the floor. As it warms up, you can pick out some malted barley more. This is another good beer. Goes down easy. Very worth trying. It may not be your preferred beer, but just because you have a preferred beer don't mean you shouldn't experiment with your flavors. Widen your palate profile. You can tell they made this beer a particular way, and it's the way they wanted it to be. Let's ABV and IBUs on this. I'm sorry. Did I say I sorry? I meant I'm sorry. I did that the past couple of videos. And I gotta pee, so I better hurry. Okay, so it is 5% ABV. Let's see. And IBU is going to be super low on this. I ain't going to look at it. I decided to change my music up a little bit. Sorry. Why not? Sort of got low, 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 low. Not that much carbonation. I think I would enjoy this with a little bit more carbonation. But if it had more carbonation, then it would not be the distinctive Coors Banquet taste. If you want something with a lot of carbonation, get you a Busch. Yeah, people think it's a lower quality beer. No, not really. But it has a lot of carbonation. That beer has a lot of carbonation. I love a good Busch. Now, one thing I forgot to mention. Coors, it used to be Coors, they used to be their own thing. Well, they are now Miller Coors. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, because, hey, I can be wrong. I gotta hurry, I'm about to pee myself, y'all. It does have a distinctive taste that I can't pick up on. Like a tea. I said this with another beer. There is a tea flavor, a tea leaf flavor that you're getting with this. Alright, I don't listen to this kind of music, but if y'all do, enjoy it. Yeah, it's got this faint tea leaf flavor. Cheers, y'all. Want to enjoy me another? Put it back on some country. Take me a leak. And I'll go live and, why not? We're quarantined. Cheers.